Hey guys, I have been on Facebook today and I've seen a lot of posts about the march. And people are excited. Some people are sad because they couldn't march because of the snow. I couldn't make it to the march because I have to take care of myself for my surgery next week. And I'm really sad about that. And I have been kind of upset all day and just thinking about like the ways that I am counted and the ways that I do stand up for life in my own life. But instead, I wanted to post and talk to you guys about the moment that I became pro-life and how important that moment was to me. So a lot of you guys know my story. You know that I have a child that I placed up for adoption. His name is Dylan, and he'll be 13 in April, which is really crazy because I am still super, super young and awesome. And a lot of you guys, what you guys probably don't know is that when I had Dylan and I placed him up for adoption, I was still pro-choice. I had an appointment for him. Like I had an abortion appointment. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what else I could do. Because when I became pregnant, the sentiment was that I had made a mistake and that my life was over. And I couldn't figure out how to go on with my goals and my plans and move on with my life by being pregnant, by having a baby and things like that. And so I had a grant because I couldn't afford it. I had a grant and I was going to pick it up that day. And I woke up that morning so nervous about what that would mean and so nervous about that choice that I was making, because I've always held on to the thought that, well, I probably won't have an abortion, but I wouldn't tell someone else they couldn't. And when I was faced with that decision, I was going back on everything that I thought about myself. And so that morning I woke up, I had an appointment it was 11 o'clock a.m. appointment, and I had to be somewhere at 9:30 to pick up the check. And I was laying in my bed. It was 6 a.m. I was laying in my dorm room bed at 6 a.m. And I just prayed. I was like, God, I need some hope. I don't know what to do. I'm still really scared. I know what everyone thinks that I should do, and I just need some hope. And that was the first time that I felt him move. I was 20 weeks pregnant, and I felt him inside of me. Funnily enough, though, that wasn't the moment I became pro-life. The moment I became pro-life is actually right here behind me. I don't know if you guys can see. There's this moment. This is at Dylan's first birthday. I was at his house because we have an open adoption, and his adoptive parents are really, really amazing, and they're really wonderful people that I love, and I'm so blessed to know them. He turned 1 and he had a birthday party. Yay, Dylan. And I was at the party and everyone was holding him and passing him around and excited, and gifts were being opened, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I was in this place, like I was freaking out. I felt alone. I felt scared, and I left the party. Like I walked away because I left my keys. Carolyn had my keys and my somewhere in the house, I think, with my jacket, but I just had to walk away. I didn't know where to go, and so I left the party, and I was like bawling, like walking down their street. And Carolyn came outside because I guess Mark saw that I left, and that he's like, Marcia left. She looked kind of upset. So Carolyn went to go and find me, and she hugged me, and she like held me, and like I cried, and she cried a little, and because it was hard, because it was kind of the worst pain ever. That here's this kid that I had, and I had to place him up for adoption, that even though I get to know him, I still was an outsider. I still, I felt like I couldn't be a part of his life. And Carolyn said, "Hey, it's time for cake. Do you want to help me cut the cake and serve the cake?" And I was like, okay. And I went in that moment, and I helped, like, I help my child's now mother fulfill a role that moms fulfill. That in that moment, I got to be his mom. That when I sat there and like I served him his cake and he got it messy, got it all over the place, and we took this picture and we smiled. And I remember in that moment thinking, oh my gosh, my life is so amazing with him in it. And this sucks and this hurts and this is horrible. But I'm so blessed that he gets to be here. And it was in that moment that I realized that everyone should have a chance for life. Everyone should have a chance to have the best life. And it was that moment that I decided that I no longer could stand for someone else making that choice, that it was never okay. Because this kid right here beside me, eating all this cake, and super excited that a year from then he would have ceased to be. And no child should ever be denied life. So yeah, it was that moment that I became pro-life. I'm really glad that I got to share that with you guys. And I want to hear some of your stories about how you became pro-life and what was that moment for you. I would love for you to share that with me. Don't forget that to stand up for life every day. Don't let today be the only day that you tell the world you're pro-life, because you never know the life that you could be saving. God bless.